Welcome to the test screening for future Marvel Cinematic Experiences.
Happy to be here.
Thank you for your time. Are you interested in seeing a new Marvel adaptation?
Oh, I'm ready. I love the MCU.
Feature-length villain spin-off. Are you there for that?
Oh, I'm ready for it. Carnage, Venom, Doc Ock, anybody, man. I'm ready for that.
Perfect. Okay, now we're going to use Morbius, the living vampire.
Excuse me?
Morbius, the living vampire. Yeah, that's right. I said Morbius.
Morbius,
He's a vampire.
Morbius, bro.
That's an
interesting take.
The vampire. Vampire, you like that?
Why, hello there. This is C Fiasco. Got out of the bed this morning and saw that a new trailer has dropped for a new MCU film, or Sony film. I really don't know what's going on over there, if they've settled any of that. So, Sony Marvel film, called Morbius, the living vampire. This is based on a Spider-Man villain. I only have familiarity from the Saturday morning cartoons on Fox Kids. They showed Morbius as sort of like, had the black duster classic, all pale. He had like the plasma suckers. I remember him vaguely, and he had a run-in with Blade. And I remember that was a great episode. That was a great time. It was a great time to be a kid. But that's all I really know about him. And as someone who's moderately interested in Spider-Man, I think the same as most people, I'm a bit surprised by this move of all villains to make a whole movie after. I don't get this one. I know in the comics, as of late, they've made him a bit of an anti-hero. Like one comic, he's helping somebody. His motivations are always centered on like curing his disease. I know he tried to help the Lizard at one point. He tried to help other people by curing them of the same vampiric disease he has, like made an antidote or something like that. But that's like all I know. Yeah, I'm a bit surprised by this move. I gotta say, like, more Venom, Carnage. I mean, Doc Ock having his like own arc, our entire movie dedicated to his, kind of like Spider-Man 2, but with like better special effects, especially since they had that new spin-off comic where Doc Ock and Peter Parker switched bodies. I would have thought that would have made a lot more sense than Morbius. It does come off kind of crazy in a small world sort of thing that Joker is up for 11 Oscar nominations, and they get Jared Leto, a failed Joker from Suicide Squad, to play Morbius. Peculiar. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. And this comes off like, it seems like the newest trend for Marvel since Thanos is to make a more approachable, tangible, like rooted villain. DC has always kind of fleshed out their villains. They've been more of the draw. They kind of make the hero, at least on screen. I'm not saying in the comic books they both haven't achieved the same effect. Marvel, as of Thanos, or Killmonger, take your pick, in my knowledge, have started taking the same notes. They've started fleshing out their villain more than they fleshed out the hero to great effect. So to me, it makes sense that they would give a villain his own movie. I just don't know why it was Morbius. I guess they can go the anti-hero way, but it's still like both of these. I haven't seen this trailer, but if it doesn't involve Spider-Man in any way, I think it's going to have the same pitfalls as Venom. Like Venom, the Planet of the Symbiotes is like a new, fairly recent thing in the Marvel Universe, like a retconning of Venom. So the fact that they try to translate that on the big screen and take Spider-Man out of it, it didn't quite grasp me. You know, like without the hate for Peter Parker, to unify Eddie Brock and the symbiote, it seemed kind of like he was too anti-hero and too like already in the good bag from the beginning. Eddie Brock's redemption arc is crazy because it took a worse villain it took a worse villain and a love life to make him try to fight against the symbiote. But he still hated Spider-Man. He would still bang on him if he wanted to. This is sort of the same thing. From what I know of Morbius, it's like whenever he runs into Spider-Man, it's not exactly like he hates him or Spider-Man hates Morbius. It's just they're always on the opposite side of whatever they're doing. So, once again, making a villain movie, a dedicated villain movie without the glue that is Spider-Man, just seems really odd. I would have tried the original Sam Raimi method and try to put two villains in the same movie rather than get this. But I'm judging already. So let's just look at it. Let's look at it before we make any more judgments, okay? Is that a deal? That's a deal. All loaded up. All right, here we go. Morbius teaser trailer. In a world.
I've known you since you were a child.
Protagonist. Progressing through adversity, getting stomped out.
You have a gift. You always have.
Crazy intellect, I get it.
If there's an answer to your disease, you'll find
Nobel Prize. Association with Marvel. They're friends again.
I should have died years ago. Why am I still here if not to fix this?
Oh wow! If
I have a rare
see on this method at all, if this isn't special effects, props to the whole method acting thing Jared Leto always does.
You're up to something. What is it?
That's not exactly legal.
Like the protruding cheekbones and all that kind of stuff. I mean,
I don't want to see you get hurt more than you already have.
This would be a cure.
some Batman imagery.
At what cost?
Okay, if they don't stop this bass drop, this stupid Transformers bass drop. In the studio, they brought you Spider-Man, all the Spider-Man, Venom. That's okay. That's definitely Batman imagery right there.
I feel like more alive than ever. Increased strength and speed.
Oh, okay. That special effect was terrible.
And an overpowering urge to consume blood.
Kind of get like he's half in the bag of evil.
How far are we allowed to go?
Hey, Spider-Man, Tyrese, Matt Smith, bro. Matt Smith from Doctor Who. I'm more excited about that than anyone.
Is worse than the disease.
There we go. That's the visual I'm looking for.
Michael Morbius. Got tired of doing the whole good guy thing, huh?
What's up, Doc?
It's the Vulture, Michael Keaton. So I guess it's like the same universe. Okay. Huh. Well. Initial thoughts are I don't know. I am not exactly excited for that. I mean that was kind of a little bit all over the place. Jared Leto looks like he's pulling off the role. That's one thing. I really love that visual at the end that showed him fully transformed. I didn't know it. The whole trailer gave the feeling that maybe, even though this is going for an anti-hero feel, maybe they'll actually show like like his highs and lows. Like he'll, maybe murder a bunch of people, but like have an ultimate cause kind of thing. Kind of like in the comic books where like, he needs to drink blood to sustain his life, but he's doing it to cure himself and others. So it's like a greater good scenario, which always causes him to butt heads with Spider-Man. I really didn't like the special effects, especially when it came to that Nightcrawler teleportation scene. That looked really pretty terrible. And I don't know if they're rushing this out. I don't know how long it's been in development. Maybe that's just that's not the end cut that we'll be seeing. I don't know. I feel very blah about it. The draw of Marvel movies is more to see them all intersect in the puzzle piece that is the end, or whatever the Avengers movie is, or whatever they're going to do now to show you all the fruits of their labor, all the little puzzle pieces or breadcrumbs they're putting out. Like, Marvel is very much a sum of its parts now. So maybe this is them just kind of starting the foundation of a greater plan. But on its own, I don't know. That's the problem with this. This is the honest reaction. Like, usually I would have more to say, but this is kind of how I feel about hero movies now. They're kind of all just blah. You kind of know the recipe for what they're going. Like, if this makes him kill like a bunch of people and then he comes around in the end, it's predictable, but it would still be dark enough for me to go see it. I don't think, especially in association with the Disney Marvel that it is now, don't think they're gonna go that way. So it's more of a just artificial roadblock, hero overcomes sort of thing. To get me to see this movie, I would have to spoil it for myself and know that either his descent is really dark, or he does a bunch of good guy stuff during the movie and ultimately goes to the bad guy side at the end. And if that's what they were hinting at with, hey, Michael Morbius, you're tired of the good guy thing, now he's with the Sinister Six. Maybe. So I am intrigued. I am not excited. I am intrigued. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is a good move for MCU? Are you excited to see how this plays into whatever it is that the Russo brothers and Sony have planned for Spider-Man and all the Marvel heroes? If you're a DC fan, is this enough for you to bridge the gap? Go put your butts to seats to see a Marvel movie? Or are you feeling kind of like I am and just kind of, until they get something a little bit more interesting, maybe a Carnage, you're just kind of out waiting for them to knock it out of the park? But anyway, thanks for watching. Peace out.